Good morning. So it's April 6th. It's actually my birthday today, so I just turned 27. So we'll celebrate another year closer to my death. Just kidding. But essentially, when I went over the weekend, I just want to share what I'm going to do, and I'm kind of jumping back to the original plan of getting my first deal within 90 days. I think that just doing that whole mentorship thing wasn't a waste of time, but it was just wasn't what I needed, and I should have just kept doing things that I was already doing. So let's just hop right into what I did this past weekend first. All right, so this is what I did this weekend. So just I had this kind of set up in the past, but I didn't really have it in detail. So after working for the mentor and figuring out some of the systems, I just thought a little bit more about how to do things, and so there you go. It worked out there. So a little bit of planning here. First deal within 90 days. It's what I'm looking for. They urgently need to sell and they need help. And I'm going to find these sellers from lists, and I get lists from X leads and governments. And essentially, I'm going to do cold calling, 6 hours of dialing per day minimum. And currently, I have about like start at 10 a.m., which is 9 a.m. right now, and then end at 4 p.m. And basically, if I can do 50 offers, 50 offers is potentially 10 contracts, and then 10 contracts is one deal. So if you understand percentages, that's 20% of the offers will lead to um, one contract, and then 10% close rate off of 10 contracts is one deal. And if I can generate approximately two two motivated leads per day, then it'll take me essentially 25 days to get to around 50 offers, and 50 offers should hopefully lead to 10 contracts, and then 10 contracts should lead to one deal. Now, the way that I'm going to do the deal may be a little different because I found a partner that does all of even the contracts and all of the closing, and they pay out like $3,000 a fixed fee. So I might just give them motivated sellers and fill out what they need first. And if I can do that, then I can just get the ball rolling. And then the second step would be then to sign my own contracts and then JV it with somebody who can close, which I already have. And then eventually build out all of my systems so that I do it all by myself, but I like to do it step by step. So that's what I have in mind right now. Just generate high quality, motivated seller leads, collect all the information, send it to the partner, and see if they can close it for me. If I don't see any success or I don't see that it's working, then I'll just try doing the second step, which is getting the contract signed and then sending all of the information over to a JV partner. All right, so the next step I created was my cold calling funnel, which is in my CRM now. So if I just go to pipeline here, I'll show you that in a bit. But essentially, my setup is if I have a cold call, I will fill out this form here. And essentially, this form asks contact information, phone number, address, city, state, postal code, and then cold call notes. And then I can upload the call recording. And once I submit the lead, it goes directly into my CRM and all the data is inputted in there. So it's a really smooth system that I have so far built, um, which is quite nice. And then once they enter my pipeline, they enter the stage, which is new motivated seller. So within this stage, I got to figure out what's going on, and I'll leave some notes and tasks. And it's either going to be move them into like a future follow-up or just call them because they're motivated to present them an offer the next day. And yeah, so I send an automated text, determine the next steps, and then call 2 times. If I cannot reach them, I will move them to attempting contact where another automation comes, which is day 2, text 2, automated text. Day 3, text 3, and then automated task. And then day 4, text 4, automated task. And then by day 5, I will move them to ghosted. So actually, it's day 7, move to ghost. I might do a little changes here and there, but for now that works. And essentially, I'm just trying to get in contact with them, get them on the line. From there, I have follow-ups, which is manual tasks. So anybody that I do attempt to contact and I just need to follow up, I'll put them into here. I will do manual tasks and label them hot or warm, just so I can understand the prioritization of how I handle tasks. From there, if, for example, I do get in contact with them and they agree to my offer, I will then write up the agreement. So I put them into here, and then it's my job now to write up the agreement. And then I'm not sure how this whole process will work yet. Like maybe I do it, they accept the offer, and then we sign the contract right away, and I can get that done very fast. But I don't think I can right now, so I'm putting it in steps. So let's just say they accept the offer. I say, okay, I will write up the agreement or go back to my team, underwriting team, and then I'll give you a call back, and then we can do the agreement. And then just do another call. So it's like a three-step call that I see right now. And then let's just say they finish the agreement, it's complete. So I write up the agreement, I move the prospect into here, a new task is assigned, and it's called a prospect to sign. So that's the third call, essentially. And then what I'd like to do is potentially just move them into send agreement, and then have an automation to send them the send the prospect the agreement. If I can figure this out one day and do it smoothly, then that would be quite fast. The next thing I have is SMS replies. So anybody that replies in any of these steps here moves into this, and I have a task to SMS reply to the owner. Then future follow-ups, not interested, unqualified, ghosted and drip, and then problems. And then this is my deal pipeline. This one I don't have too much knowledge in yet or information, so I just kept it very basic. Under contract, closing in process, buyer secured, date to close, and then close is essentially it. And then everything else is just kind of like moving them in other parts. So that is basically what I have built for the weekend. And if I just go to my pipeline here, you can see it all. I'm not sure why I can't like scroll to the right and left. So yeah, it's gonna be like this. Just move it. Cool. So that shows that. And then I also created a tracking sheet. So I created this in Claude. Claude is insane. I created this in about 10 minutes. I just let them know, hey, this is the metrics I want to track. Can you track it on an annual base and a monthly base, and then give me averages as well? And it literally spat this out in like 5 minutes. And I'm on the free plan as well, so I don't even know if like the pro plan gives anything like extra benefits, but this is absolutely insane. Basically, what I track here is the date, the list that I'm calling from, the calls made. So you can see all of this information in Enzo, call connects, and then opportunities, talk time in minutes, total time is how long I worked for, and then it will find out the connect rate. So the connect rate would be calls divided by calls made, and then you have the opportunity rate. So opportunities divided by the connects, excuse me, and then leave any notes. Start time, end time. So daily hours should realistically, or ideally be 6 hours. Now the totals here are going to show for the total calls made for the month, total connects, total opportunities, total talk time, etc., etc., etc. I'd also like to somehow create like an offers like for the closing side later, but I don't need that right now. And then I have daily averages, which is going to be cool. So it'll tell me like the average calls I make, average call connects, average opportunities, and then that gets all pushed into here. So it's quite cool. Again, I built this all in Claude in about 5-10 minutes. If you want this, I can send it to you. Just let me know. I might actually create a video. Actually, I will create a video in the future just showing my data and as I progress. But that is basically what I have right now. And I'd like to just end this video by just saying that I'm gonna go all in, and if I fail, then I will change course. But if I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna do it all the way, and I'm not gonna second guess anything. I'm gonna just execute daily. I'm gonna try and improve daily, and I'm just gonna continue moving forward, and we will find out what happens. So, wherever you are, I hope you have a great day with good fortune. Peace.